Assalamu alaikum. This is the reason why you can't focus. And I say that, but there are actually multiple reasons. So I have like a few minutes to record this before I have to go back downstairs and then hop on a sales meeting with the rest of the team I'm working for, alhamdulillah. So what I want to cover, inshallah, are the three reasons that just come to mind why you guys are struggling to focus and why you can't sit for long periods of time. So one, you need to understand that focus drops significantly, okay? Efficiency of your studying time, whatever you're doing, drops significantly after around 45 minutes. Studies show that you can't sit for hours at a time and have high efficiency throughout. Why? Because, we get tired, okay? We can't focus, with high efficiency for that long. So if you're spending hours without any breaks, that is the reason you can't focus, okay? Spend 15 to 45 minutes in deep focus, inshallah. Deep focus, where you're actually focusing and you can actually, you're fully locked in. Those are the types of time, like work periods you want to have, inshallah. So, first thing, if you're struggling to focus, make sure you're not having too long of a chunk of time where you're trying to get stuff done and work, inshallah, because you're going to get tired. Your productivity is going to drop, in the middle of your study or after 45 minutes, whatever it is. So make sure you're using like Pomodoro technique or taking breaks. And second thing is that during those breaks, okay, during whatever you're doing in the day, make sure you're not spending your time doing a lot of high dopamine activities. What I mean by this is you guys know what high dopamine activity is. Doom scrolling is one of them. Doing things that just aren't beneficial, right? So these activities, they're going to completely ruin your focus. If in these small amounts of time, for example, in your Pomodoro breaks or throughout the day, you're just scrolling on Instagram or whatever it is, okay? And you're getting, short bursts of high dopamine. What do you think that's going to do to your focus? You're going to be, during that focus period when you're trying to work and get things done, you're going to feel bored. You're going to feel like you don't want to do it. Why? Because you're not getting the same level of dopamine that you're getting from the short bursts that you got while you were doom scrolling. That's how detrimental they are. They completely ruin your focus, your ability to concentrate when you actually want to. Because these short bursts of dopamine, if you do it regularly, especially, you're associating, it's essentially an addiction, right? Because you're associating happiness and whatever with those short bursts of dopamine. So during your breaks or just throughout your day, just don't doom scroll. Don't do things that will give you short bursts of dopamine, inshallah. It will completely ruin your concentration. And it will just make you feel like less happy or ruin your ability to focus throughout the day, inshallah. So first, make sure your study blocks are short, less than 45 minutes before you take a break. Next one is that remove all short dopamine activities. And then last one, inshallah, is that if you want to be able to focus, if you want to remove any distractions and you really want to focus on this one thing, inshallah, then you need to be like in a state of peace. You need to remove as many things out of your mind as possible. And that only happens if you don't have to think about anything else, right? Let's say you had a very, very important meeting at the end of the day, or you had a very, very big exam tomorrow. And today you wanted to focus on something else. Like I don't want to study for my exam right now. I want to study for it in an hour from now. But all you can think about is the massive exam that you have tomorrow. That's going to be distracting, right? So the way you can prevent this, inshallah, is to use a weekly schedule time blocks throughout your day where you focus on that one thing and one thing only. Because then if you have homework to do, or if you need to revise for something, or you need to get an assignment done, you know that you have time scheduled for that later on. And let's say you have many things that you need to do right now. Just write them down, inshallah. Write down, I need to do this, and that. And then just put it away, inshallah. Because the reason they're stressing you out is because they're on your mind, you're remembering them so you don't forget them, etc. But if you write them down and you know you're going to go back to it later, then that completely removes the stress. And the best way to focus, the best way to achieve deep work and not get distracted is to focus on one thing at a time, inshallah. One thing at a time. It doesn't mean you can do many things in a day. It just means you have to focus on one thing at a time. Because if you're thinking of multiple things at the same time, then you're probably not going to get anything done, or you might miss something, or you won't be able to focus as well. So inshallah this helps. And assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. If you want to learn consistency, if you want to learn how to really focus well, how to become productive, how to improve your life as a Muslim while learning or mastering high ticket sales, inshallah, then join my free school community down below. I'm going to link it down in the description, and I'll see you in the next video or inside my community, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.